Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Monatui, coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays, and today I'm bringing you guys our NPL Minors Season 3 Week 6 match versus Erik, aka AS Rowlet. Check out his YouTube link in the description below if you've not done so already. He is part of Pokemon Premier League Division 2. We've played him quite a few times on our channel. We've played him for the TBU, played him for NPL Minors, played him in the tournament, played him in other tournaments. So yeah, it's Erik. Definitely check him out if you have not done so already. For a quick rundown of our team, because, you know, we don't have a team builder because I'm the best at making these videos. We have a Banded Zygarde 10%, we have Specially Defensive Mandibuzz, we have Scarf Tapu Bulu, we have Assault Vest Snorlax with Facade, in case we get burnt or status by anything. We have Specially Defensive Lava Plume, Earth Power, Toxic, Stealth Rocking Heatran, and then we have Assault Vest for attacks, Dragalge. So, as you can see, Erik decided to bring his Skarmory, his Shaman, Jolteon, Blastoise, Machamp, and Gengar. So immediately I see that Dragalge puts in a lot of work because it takes hits from pretty much everything and fires back very powerful Draco Meteors, or if there's a Skarmory in front of me, I can click Thunderbolt. So that's going to be very nice for me. But regardless, let's just hop into the game real quick. He is going to lead with his Blastoise, and I'm going to lead with my Dragalge, seeing that I can kind of just lead off with it and possibly get a kill. He's going to reveal the Ice Beam, but that's not going to be enough to 2-hit KO me, and I can fire off a powerful Dragon Pulse, which is going to be enough to 2-hit KO him, and then expecting him to want to go out into Skarmory, I'm going to click Thunderbolt. It would have knocked out the Blastoise anyway, but I figured since I revealed a Dragon move, he would want to go out and do a Skarmory. So we're going to get a lot of damage off onto both of those Pokemon. But then he's going to actually double out into his Jolteon, be immune to the Thunderbolt, and then actually reveal the Fake Tears, which lowers my Spadef by 2 stages, which is actually pretty funny, as we are just unable to knock him out with a Draco Meteor. However, what we will be able to do is go out into our Snorlax, take this HP Ice like it's absolutely nothing, and then just go for the Pursuit so that he goes down, even if he does go for the Volt Switch, which is exactly what he decides to do. So, Jolteon's going to go down. He's going to use this as an opportunity to go out into his Machamp and threaten something on my team with Dynamic Punch. I'm going to go into Mandibuzz, but as it turns out, he is actually a choice-banded Machamp, and that is not something that I appreciate taking. And then, unfortunately, as you're going to see here, I'm going to end up hitting myself in Confusion, so we're not going to be able to get off some foul play damage off onto this thing, which isn't that big a deal. Mandibuzz isn't super useful versus this team. But what we can do now is, because Skarmory is weakened, nothing really wants to switch into this Grassy Terrain boosted Woodhammer, so we're going to go for it. And as you're going to see there, it does us a ton of damage to the Shaman, which is really, really nice, because now he will not be able to switch this in anymore onto my Woodhammers. And what I can do is just go back out into my AV Dragalge. I don't think he's going for Earth Power and a Tapu Bulu. He's going to go for the Hidden Power, what I assume to be Poison. And then he's going to go for the Earth Power. Because of our Assault Vest, we're going to live that, and we're going to be able to knock out this Shaman with the Draco Meteor. I went for Draco Meteor just in case he wanted to go into Skarmory and try and Roost Stall me. So yeah, we're going to get rid of the Shaman. He's now going to go into Skarmory and use this as an opportunity to go for the Roost. However, I'm going to go right out into my Heatran, just because I can obviously threaten this thing out, and I can get up rocks and try and get chip damage on a few things. Break a possible Sash on Gengar if he is sashed. And what I can do now is just go out into my Snorlax, because that's not super useful at this point. I have other ways to deal with the Gengar, as he's going to make a good neutral play, go for the Aura Sphere, which looks like it's going to be a 2-hit KO. But as you're going to see here, he's actually going to go for another one, and he's going to get a much lower roll than the first one, and we're able to live and then get some damage off with the Facade. And then he's going to be able to knock me out and allow us to go out into our Zygarde and just click Banded 1000 Arrows, because that'll be able to do a ton of damage to whatever wants to come in. So we're going to be able to knock out the Blastoise. That's really nice. And then he's going to send out his Skarmory, and I'm going to go for another 1000 Arrows, smack him down, which is really nice, as he's going to go for the Roost. And then on this turn, I'm just going to go for it again, because I should be able to do a ton of damage to him. But he actually reveals the Shuka Berry, which is pretty funny, because that resists, you know, it's a flying type running a ground resist berry, which is always kind of interesting. But we're going to be able to go for another 1000 Arrows and be able to knock him out. And now Zygarde is looking to be very nice. It outspeeds the Gengar. I can knock out this Machamp if I get a little more damage on it. I decided to sack off my Dragalge. It's at a low amount of HP. It dies to anything from any of his other Pokemon. But now what I can do is go right out into my Scarf Tapu Bulu and basically clean up the rest of the game. His only chance of winning, and he sees that, is he's going to go out into his Gengar, live the Woodhammer, hope that I'm not Scarfed, and then possibly try and knock me out on the following turn, and then maybe have a chance at winning with his Machamp. But as you're going to see, we're going to do a ton of damage with that Woodhammer, and then we're going to outspeed him and knock him out with the next Woodhammer. I knew that I was faster because I got Grassy Terrain Recovery first, because that's how that works. And then he's going to send in his Machamp, and even though Machamp has decent defenses, it is definitely not going to live this Grassy Terrain boosted Woodhammer, and we are going to win this game 3-0 over Erik, aka AS Rowlet. definitely a good win for us. We are now 5-1, which is really nice. We are closing in on the end of the regular season. I believe we have one more game left, and I believe that is going to be against the Verd, who is actually the only team ahead of us, which is really cool. And I believe if we defeat him 5 or 6-0, then we take first place, but that's going to be a very, very difficult thing to do. Regardless, we end up winning this game. That's really cool. Next week we have the Verd. That'll be a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next game.